Time for Nix to take care of business. He's heading straight for that fire hydrant. And just like that, boom! Nick sparks something magical. Welcome to Yoldai's Pet Corner, where every pet moment is special.
So, quick question before we start. How does something called a sea not connect to any ocean? Yeah, that's the Caspian Sea. Already breaking rules. And the more scientists studied it, the more they realized this place is, weird. Like, really weird. Because today we're exploring a body of water so massive, so mysterious, and so full of life and secrets that it can't decide if it's a sea, a lake, or an entire world of its own. Let's dive in. Real quick, let's orient ourselves. The Caspian Sea sits between Europe and Asia, bordered by Russia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Iran, and Azerbaijan. And even though it's called a sea, it's actually the largest enclosed body of water on Earth, bigger than some countries. Here's the first big mystery. The Caspian Sea has saltwater, waves, storms, and marine animals, but no connection to the ocean. Geologically, it's a giant lake, which means international laws don't quite know what to do with it, and that's caused decades of political arguments over fishing, oil, and borders. So yeah, the Caspian Sea caused legal confusion before it was cool. This thing stretches over 740 miles long. Up north, it's shallow, cold, and sometimes freezes. Down south, it plunges over 3,300 feet. You've got sandy beaches, mud volcanoes, rocky cliffs, and oil platforms glowing at night, like 5 ecosystems pretending to be one place. Nature got ambitious here. Here's something wild. The Caspian's water level rises and falls dramatically, sometimes several feet in just decades. Entire ports ended up stranded inland, while other areas were flooded. Scientists point to climate cycles, evaporation, and inflow from the Volga River, about 80% of its water. Basically, the Caspian breathes in and out, and humans are just trying to keep up. First, the Caspian isn't uniformly salty. The shallow, river-fed north is brackish, nearly fresh in places, while the deep south is far saltier. This gradient shapes which plants, plankton, and fish thrive where. On the eastern shore sits Karabogazgol, an enormous hypersaline lagoon. Water seeps in from the Caspian and evaporates fast, leaving crystallized salts. It acts like a natural salt factory and a pressure valve for levels. Those famous mud volcanoes? The Caspian region hosts hundreds. Cold mud and gas bubble up through weak spots in the crust, building gray cones that can burp flames when methane ignites. Spectacular geology on a budget. Winds whip across the long fetch, kicking up steep, short-period waves. The basin also experiences seiches, standing waves that rock water levels between coasts during storms, straining ports and low-lying wetlands. Its water budget balances huge river inflows, mainly the Volga, plus Ural, Terek, and Kura, against evaporation from the sun-baked south. Small shifts in climate or dams can tip that balance and move shorelines fast. Result, a split personality. The north hosts reed marshes, deltas, and seasonal ice. The south plunges deep, dark, and stable. That contrast underpins everything, from plankton blooms to where seals haul out and sturgeon roam. For thousands of years, the Caspian Sea sat at the crossroads of civilizations. Persians, Vikings, Mongols, and Silk Road traders all passed through here. There are legends of sunken cities, lost ports, and ancient trade hubs now underwater as levels changed. When you look across the Caspian, you're seeing layers of history stacked underwater. Alright, if you've made it this far, thank you. If you're enjoying this dive into one of Earth's strangest waters, hit like and subscribe, and stick around. Because the animals living here are some of the most unique on the planet, and one of them exists nowhere else on Earth. Let's start with the star, the Caspian seal, the only marine mammal here. Completely landlocked, no ocean access, no migration routes. They adapted over thousands of years, using northern ice sheets to rest and give birth. They're endangered. Pollution, fishing nets, shrinking ice. Still, seals, in a lake pretending to be a sea. Wild. Next up, sturgeon. prehistoric-looking fish here for over 200 million years. They're the source of most black caviar, valuable and overfished. Some Caspian sturgeon grow over 20 feet. That's not a fish. That's a submarine with opinions. Sturgeon are the Caspian's ancient giants, armored, slow-growing, and older than dinosaurs by design. For centuries, their eggs, black caviar, turned these fish into a luxury industry, and heavy demand pushed them toward collapse. Overfishing, river dams, and pollution cut populations dramatically because sturgeon mature late and spawn only a handful of times. Many species here, beluga, Russian, stellate, migrate up the Volga and other rivers to lay eggs on gravel beds. When those routes are blocked or water flows change, entire generations are lost. That's why the Caspian story is equal parts wonder and warning, a prehistoric success story struggling to survive modern pressure. Today, strict quotas, patrols, and bans try to curb poaching while scientists race to rebuild stocks. Hatcheries and aquaculture step in. Breeders collect eggs and milt, raise larvae in tanks, then tag and release juveniles back into the Caspian's rivers when flows are right. It's meticulous work. Clean water, constant circulation, precise temperatures. Some facilities focus on sustainable caviar, harvesting eggs without killing the fish, then returning breeders to spawn again. It isn't a silver bullet. Wild habitat and free-flowing rivers still matter. But these programs buy time. Each bucket of fingerlings represents another chance for sturgeon to reclaim their migration routes. Luxury once defined the market. Recovery must define the future, so the Caspian keeps its living fossils. The Caspian supports 400-plus fish species. One key species, the Caspian kutum, a major food fish for millions. These fish rely on the Volga River, which supplies about 80% of Caspian water. When rivers change, everything changes. The ecosystem is a delicate balancing act. It's not just what's in the water. The Caspian coastline is a major stop for migratory birds, flamingos, pelicans, herons, ducks. Some travel thousands of miles just to rest here. Flocks ribbon over lagoons, pelicans skim like gliders along the surface, and flamingos stain the shallows pink. On the map, migration arcs trace from Europe through the Caucasus to Central Asia and Africa, threads of life meeting at one inland sea. This sea doesn't just support life, it connects continents. All right, here's the big reveal. The Caspian Sea is a living fossil, the last remnant of the ancient Paratethys Sea. When continents shifted, most of that ocean vanished, yet the Caspian remained, trapping ancient lineages inside. That's why so many Caspian animals are found nowhere else. It's not just a sea, it's a time capsule. If you enjoyed this journey, like, subscribe, and comment what place we should explore next. Tell us where to explore next. The Caspian proves it. Some of Earth's strangest places don't fit categories, and that's what makes them amazing. See you next time. On nights like this, dogs and cats shiver in the cold, but they don't wait alone. Kind hands bring blankets and hope. Then carry them inside to safety. A warm checkup, gentle care, and a bowl of food. Every small kindness keeps a life warm. Donate to your local animal shelter, and Merry Christmas.